What if the man who built modern America and the man racing to put humanity on Mars followed the exact same playbook, despite being told they were crazy every single step of the way? One arrived as a dirt-poor 13-year-old Scottish boy with nothing but the clothes on his back. The other landed as a determined 17-year-old from South Africa with just $2,000 and an even bigger dream. Both faced relentless criticism from family, friends, banks, media, competitors, and governments. Both risked everything financially and personally. Both felt the pain of being outsiders, yet both rose above the deafening noise and reshaped civilization itself. Andrew Carnegie and Elon Musk, separated by more than 130 years, yet eerily identical in vision, drive, and how they handled doubt. If you've ever felt buried by other people's skepticism, paralyzed by self-doubt, or terrified of the risks involved in chasing something meaningful, this video is for you. By the end, you'll walk away with the exact mindset and strategies they used to turn criticism into fuel and unbearable risk into unstoppable momentum. This isn't just history. It's your practical blueprint for becoming extraordinary. Stay with me. This is the story of two immigrants, 2 centuries apart. Today we'll answer the following fundamental questions. How does a bobbin boy become the richest man in the world and then give 90% of it away? How does a student visa kid build Tesla, SpaceX, and more while the world bets against him daily? And what are the 6 identical traits that let them rise above the noise that buries most people? The answers could change how you handle doubt in your own life.
Just a quick reminder, if you appreciate this in-depth content, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps us bring you more.
1848. Economic collapse in Scotland forces young Andrew Carnegie onto a ship to America at just 13 years old. No money, limited English, no connections. His first job is bobbin boy in a Pittsburgh cotton mill. $1.20 a week, 12-hour days, 6 days a week. He teaches himself telegraphy at night, rises through the railroad world, then makes a massive bet on steel when experts called it foolish. Banks refused him loans. Competitors mocked him. The press labelled him a robber baron. By 1901, he sells Carnegie steel for the modern equivalent of roughly $300 billion. Then he does something radical. He spends the rest of his life giving most of it away, building libraries, universities, and peace foundations guided by his gospel of wealth. 1989. 17-year-old Elon Musk leaves South Africa, crashes on a cousin's couch in Canada, then crosses into the US on a student visa with almost nothing. He drops out of Stanford after 2 days because he believes the internet matters more than a degree. He builds and sells Zip2 and PayPal, then bets his entire fortune on 2 impossible ideas: electric cars people actually want, Tesla, and reusable rockets that could make life multiplanetary, SpaceX.
I'd take all of my reserve capital and invest it into Tesla, which was very scary because, it would obviously be quite sad to have the fruits of my labor with Zip2 and PayPal not amount to anything.
He faced near bankruptcy multiple times. Analysts called Tesla doomed. Media and politicians attacked him relentlessly. Yet he kept going and became a US citizen in 2002.
Here's what's truly remarkable. The 6 traits they both lived by. Insane long-term vision. Carnegie didn't just make steel. He saw it building skyscrapers, railroads, and a new industrialized America. Musk doesn't just build cars or rockets. He sees sustainable energy and multiplanetary life as humanity's long-term survival plan. Both thought in centuries, not quarters. Relentless immigrant drive. Both arrived with almost nothing and outworked everyone around them because they knew the opportunity America gave them was rare and precious. Vertical integration and total control. Carnegie owned every step from the iron mines to the finished steel. Musk builds batteries, software, cars, and rockets in-house, so nothing slows him down. Willingness to risk everything. Carnegie bet his entire fortune on unproven technology. Musk has repeatedly risked his net worth on launches that could have failed spectacularly. Both understood that big rewards demand big risk. obsession with legacy. Carnegie tried to die without being disgraced by unused wealth. Musk works to make humanity multiplanetary, so we don't go extinct as a single planet species. Mastering the deafening noise of criticism and doubt. This is where most people quit. Both were outsiders. Carnegie, a poor Scottish immigrant mocked for his accent and humble beginnings. Musk, a South African often treated as not American enough, facing cultural otherism and non-stop personal attacks.
Family and friends warned them they were reckless. Banks called them too risky. Media crucified them daily. Governments and regulators threw up obstacles. The financial and personal sacrifices were enormous. Strained relationships, health tolls, sleepless nights, and moments when everything could have collapsed. Self-doubt must have been crushing. Nothing was guaranteed. Yet they rose above it. How? They learned to separate noise from truth. They focused on first principles thinking, is this fundamentally possible? Instead of what do people say? They treated criticism as data, sometimes useful, often irrelevant. They kept a small circle of believers and protected their why, a purpose bigger than their fear. They decided the regret of not trying would hurt far more than any failure. That mental discipline is what turned unbearable pressure into unstoppable momentum. You don't need to build steel empires or rocket companies, but you can adopt their mindset. A vision so clear it scares other people. Daily execution that becomes automatic. Courage to act even when the risks feel unbearable. The strength to let criticism fuel you instead of stop you. The doubts and sacrifices are real. But history proves the people who push through them are the ones who change the game.
They said my EB1 needed more categories. I can't even dock. What am I gonna do?
I need to find the right lawyer that can navigate me through this crisis. I need my EB1 so my new life can begin. These lawyers are amazing. They are walking me through every questions, making sure I don't miss a thing.
Thanks to the law offices of Chris M. Ingram, I'm cleared to land. But my career is gonna take off.
Houston. He got his visa.
Need help with your visa? Book your free consultation now at www.breakthroughusa.com and let us take care of you.
Here's what's in it for you. If a 13-year-old Scottish immigrant with nothing and a 17-year-old South African with $2,000 could rise above relentless doubt, massive risk, otherism, and uncertainty to build world-changing legacies, then your own dreams, no matter how big or impossible they feel right now, are far more achievable than the noise wants you to believe. America is still the place where outsiders become insiders, where vision beats pedigree, and where one person's refusal to be buried by doubt can reshape the future. You don't have to become the next Carnegie or Musk. You just have to decide to think bigger, risk smarter, and keep moving forward. 2 immigrants, 2 centuries, 1 timeless truth. Legends aren't born. They're built through bold vision, relentless execution, and the courage to rise above the noise. If this video made you feel more equipped to handle your own doubts and risks, drop in the comments right now. What's one doubt or risk I'm committing to push through after watching this? I read every single one. If you want more stories and mindsets that help you become stronger, bolder, and more unstoppable, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The next legend could start with the decision you make today. I'll see you in the next video. Let's keep building what's possible. The story you've just seen is a powerful answer to the question, what drives someone to leave everything behind and reshape the world with their vision? This series, proudly presented by the law offices of Chris M. Ingram, celebrates the courage, innovation, and determination of immigrants who transform history. Subscribe and join us as we continue to honor the enduring impact of immigrant ambition.